Hey guys, welcome to the Smokin N Jokin show. My name is Beth King, also known as the Crown Eater's wife.
I'm Jimmy King, your resident gimp.
I am Lex, also known as Mental Warrior 22, and for tonight, your local Jody. So, for everyone who's joining us right now, first off, welcome. Welcome once again to show number. What show number is this? Like 1000? No, it's
115.
115. I know.
115.
It's 115. Listen, the numbers were in English. But we wanted to give a shout out, give a buddy check to everyone, see how everyone is doing for everyone that's currently tuned in. If not, we're going to do this again in a few minutes. Make sure that everyone is settled in and ready for the fun ride we have tonight. So,
How,
Beth,
how's I've been sick the past week, so that kind of stunk. I lost my voice, and I'm sure, as you all know, if I can't talk, that's an issue. But
so what you're saying is that Jimmy had a great relaxing weekend.
right. At least Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, this week has been kind of up and down, I think. Honestly, I don't know if it is being sick, but I've kind of shut down. I don't know if it, like, I consider like my bed my rock. So I go in my bed and crawl under my rock and just kind of decompress. We've got a lot of stuff going on with different events coming up. So I, being a perfectionist, can have a hard time like with the stress and the anxiety leading up to any event. So it is what it is. I mean, what are we going to do about it?
Check
You
your,
know,
cord.
it's pretty interesting because I don't know whether it's it's a seasonal thing, right? Like I feel that once fall officially started, the level of depression and like just the mood of everyone kind of goes down.
Seasonal depression. And
Mhm.
that's what I have. Yeah, for
it-
sure.
it's it's crazy. I had a great weekend. I went with the combat veterans over here in Texas. We had our state meeting. That was pretty good. Um, but I've been fighting allergies for the last maybe 2.5 weeks, maybe
Yeah,
longer.
you have.
I,
You've been. I know. I
listen,
feel bad. I can't complain to you with as sick as you've gotten recently.
I think I'm just allergic to when I'm home, this town. I'm allergic to this place. Because when I leave this town, I feel okay. But after doing the motorcycle ride and coming back, those allergies hit me even harder. Um,
Huh.
but I agree with what you're saying. I feel like there is that seasonal depression.
And I love fall. So it sucks that I'm getting like in this. Mine usually doesn't happen until like really towards the holidays. Um, I usually have a hard time around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Um, and then of course, like this month is breast cancer month. So talking about that and thinking about that, being a breast cancer survivor, also having a mom who passed away from breast cancer. Uh, this month hits me kind of hard. So for some reason, I don't know why this year it's hit me harder than usual. Um, I'm officially like the oldest female in my mom's side of the family because all the other women have passed away by 45. So like I don't know why this October's just hit me a little harder than usual.
I can definitely understand that. It's I was doing the research and looking at that, the rate of depression, the suicide rate, everything. When the fall hits, it kind of goes up, right? Like,
Right.
and I think it's for many reasons. You also think that as the weather starts to cool off, this is cuddle weather, right? So what happens to us who ain't got nobody? You know,
Right. You're cuddling by yourself in bed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm over here curled up with a closet full of hoodies, and no one wants to break into my house and wear them. Like
Ah.
so, but all those things kind of, it kind of adds up, right? You start dealing with stuff, and now
And then the
people are
holidays
out.
roll around, like
Yeah,
that's
people are
always
not
hard for
outside,
people.
right? People are not going out as much, right? Because
Mhm.
everyone who met someone during the springtime and the summer is all cuddled up now. They ain't going out. So now you're just embracing the suck on your own. So that's
Yeah.
why it's more important to reach out to talk to people. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know it's not just me. I've seen a lot of our friends recently just struggle. Whether it's because they've lost somebody, or just having a hard time with things that are going on. I think our society right now is toxic. I don't even know how else to call it. So if you're an empath or somebody who absorbs other people's energy, it can really, like, mess with you.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. I have moments, and I've had moments this week, especially. Um, it's hard to explain, but I sometimes feel like I just feel certain people's energies because I'll get depressed and just feel down just like this when I'm around certain people. It just drains me. And
Mhm.
then I'm sitting in my house depressed for no reason. Um, so,
You're
like,
crying at I don't know about you, but I always know it's bad when I start crying at commercials.
listen,
I'm like, "Jimmy, we need to up my meds."
I am not afraid to say that I can sit there and I'll watch something on TV and it'll be the dumbest commercial, and I'll be like,
And you're like, "Why am I?" And then you cry because you don't know why you're crying.
my daughter walks by me. There's no crying in baseball. What are you doing?
That's
I
hilarious.
I mean, that's how it is. Listen, the holidays, I love Thanksgiving only because my daughter was born the day before Thanksgiving.
Aw.
So I love Thanksgiving. Also because I got fat boy tendencies and I love food. But Christmas, I have not done Christmas. Well, I do it now because of my daughter. And even with my daughter, I decorate my place as the Grinch. I don't do
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
Um,
I'm with
Christmas
you
is
on that.
Christmas has never been a good holiday. I can't remember the last time I got a Christmas gift. I can't remember, like, even as a kid. Christmas was always family arguments and nonsense. So for me, it was just like, eh. Um,
See, my mom made Christmas amazing, and that was, like, her holiday. So and she died, 7 days before Christmas. She died on the 18th. So, for many, many years, I did not celebrate Christmas, or we didn't have trees. We went to his parents' house and did Christmas there, but I did just like you. I only celebrated or decorated because of my kids. I worked really hard probably the last 10 years on just making it for the kids instead of, dwelling on it, and I've tried to work through, like, my grief with my mom. So, I try to, I laugh more than I cry nowadays. So, and that's the best I can say I can do.
Christmas for me now, I mean, my daughter loves Christmas, so I kind of go all out, but she loves, just like me, our favorite holiday is Halloween.
Yes.
So even for Christmas, if we don't do the Grinch, we do the Nightmare Before Christmas, and we go that route.
Mhm.
Um, and that's it.
I've
She
I've kind
enjoys
of
it.
been, like, on this white trash Christmas thing, like, the Griswolds. So, that's my theme I've been doing. Oh, sorry, Jimmy wants to talk now.
Oh, Jimmy, when did you get
This is
here,
the
Jimmy?
Beth and Lex show, apparently.
When did you get here?
What would you like to say, my love? Or all ears?
Well, yeah, I was going to say that I've been doing pretty good, except for not anticipating Halloween because of all the Sugar Rush kids. But it's hard to be depressed when we're less than 30 days from the Marine Corps birthday. So,
There
um,
you go.
But otherwise, I've been good. I also wanted to, and I apologize if I mess up any of these names as far as that goes, but Tisha Tucker, uh, Leanna Buckley. I've seen a few others in here. Where'd it go?
We got Lexi.
Alicia Lego.
That's the one he
I'll
was
mess
worried
that one
about
up.
messing up.
Lexi Sode.
Hi, Lexi.
Any which way, thank you all for joining us. I see most of you already have, but if you haven't already, if you could highlight in the comments, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let people know we're out here putting a show on, trying to put a smile on your face.
Or talk about depression.
While talking about being depressed.
Well,
Um,
while
which is
we're
great.
talking about that, everyone that's watching right now, listen, we're telling you how we're feeling. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs
Yeah.
down. Let us know how you're doing.
Give,
I'm gonna steal one of the comments from you, Lex, and then I'll cut the commercial and we'll come back and you can read the comments that people type in or already have typed in, or can type in while I'm talking as far as it goes. But Theo did say for his buddy check, he wanted everybody to know that Brazzers is free. It's probably a promotional deal.
I need to
It's
check
just
that.
clickbait.
Hold on. No, I'm
Um,
kidding.
anyway, once again, thank you all for joining us here in the Smoke Pit. I guess for the first commercial, I'd say for all you coffee drinkers like Lex, um, head over to Arrow Resupply Coffee. Check them out. They're a veteran-owned business. Army vet built a company from the ground up. As far as that goes, they've got some great coffees. They've even got some great teas over there as far as it goes. And if you enter the promo code Smokin in Smoking, or I'm sorry, Smokin N Jokin 365 exclamation point, you'll get a 20% discount and you'll help support the show because we get a little bit of the proceeds back as sponsorship as far as that goes. Put some money back into the Smoking and Joking coffers as far as that goes. What am I?
oh,
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize but yeah, check them out. They've got some great coffees over there. They got some great teas. Um, and they're helping support the show. So check them out,
yeah.
all you coffee drinkers.
Please do.
And I will put the promo code in the chat here in just a second, or I'll put it in on Beth's name.
That's what I was handing him is the phone to put the promo code in the chat. All
All
Well,
right, Lex, you can catch us up.
right,
once
let's
again,
catch us up.
everybody, thank you for tuning in. Everyone that's checking in. We covered Theo's comment. Tisha said, sending love to Beth. Theo said, cuddled up with a glass of Hennessy or tequila. That's how he cuddles up. I mean, I like whiskey, but I probably have like a glass a month, if that. So,
I don't know. Tequila doesn't sound like a cuddle up drink. It sounds more like a
it's
get
a
up and
party
go
drink.
drink. So I'm
Right.
thinking the Hennessy.
Right. Tisha said, big empath here. It can drain you. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Sometimes you need to recognize when people are energy vampires and kind of step away from that. Theo said, got prescribed medicinal coochie for my seasonal depression. Leanne said they have every size of Grinch onesies at Burlington. Listen, I am going to go check it out because why not?
Yes.
Theo, I think you may have to put your doctor's name in the chat there. I'm sure there's some people that could benefit from that prescription.
There you go. Theo
Jimmy's
said his
our
favorite.
Grinch, so.
Theo said his favorite holiday is income tax returns.
Yeah.
Lexi replying to Leanne. I just got Grinch pajama shorts. Prove it. Um, Tisha said my passed away at 36, December 13th. She was 36. Leukemia took her fast. I am sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
Unfortunately, my mom had 9 years of from 15 to 24. She had breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and passed away from bone cancer. So I've seen what it's done to cancer in general has done to a person, and my biggest condolences to you, Liam.
Absolutely. To everyone else that's been checking in, aside from making the pajama jokes, because Theo said he sleeps in his pajama suit, his favorite suit.
Yeah, it's naked suit.
Leanne says she's not allowed to have Hennessy ever. If I say I do not fuck with it, I don't. Um, I don't know. I hear the same about some women with tequila.
Yeah.
I don't know. What happens? Does it make your legs go opposite ways? What happens? Like,
For me, I
Belligerent.
I get mean.
oh, you're a mean drunk.
No, not a mean drunk, just on tequila. I'll step to you in a bar. I wouldn't think twice about it because I know Jimmy's gonna stand behind me and take the hit. No, I'm just joking.
I have one of
She's
my
just joking.
siblings.
She's gonna pull me and shove me in front of her.
I have all my siblings. They can drink. And one of them's an angry drunk. The more he drinks, the more he misinterprets everything. I
See
have
this step.
one. I have one who gets very emotional. I love you. I love everybody. Um, and then one that doesn't want to stop dancing. I call her Happy Feet. Um, I've never listen. I've only been drunk twice in my life. That's
Really?
it. Just because 95% of the times, everywhere I go, I have to be the adult and watch everybody else get shit faced. Right.
I used to
So
be the designated driver for Jimmy and all the guys at Walter Reed,
listen, just one time I want to be around some people where I can get like fucked up
and
and
not
wake
have
up.
to worry about anything, and not have to babysit
That's
anybody.
it. And wake up the next morning and be like, you got to tell me what happened or show me the video.
We'll clear a night out for you when you come
Yeah, when you come to
when you come to
visit,
North Carolina. We'll clear it.
we'll make it happen.
Listen, as long as the bed is nearby, that's it. I'm good.
Yeah, we'll just party at the house.
That's it. All right. So what else we got?
Tiffany Wicken said, "I don't even drink anymore. I got my veggies. I know a time when I drank until I turned into a vegetable, but
Yeah.
Lexi said I don't drink, so I don't know why I saw double D's. I'll DD for your Lexi.
You saw double D's?
I saw
Where?
double D's where she put I don't drink. So I had to reread it and then I read it in Spanish and then I read it back again in English.
Oh my goodness. Lexi, you got him all twisted up.
That's it. It's that kind of day today, right? It's pre thirsty Thursday.
All right, guys. So the next segment is Petty Betty. I'm gonna read a couple things I found on Reddit, and I want to hear from you guys. Like on this situation, is it something you would do? Did they go too far? Where would you take it? So listen in and definitely chime in when we're done. All right, so here's the first one. It says, so I was dating this guy, a typical douchebag. Really? No job, no ambition, still lived at homes with his parents, etc. You know, that type. Thankfully, we only dated for a couple of months, and I realized I had zero will to change and dumped him like a hot rack. Anyway, long story short, he did not take that breakup very well. Um, I was sitting at home minding my own business, binging on Netflix when suddenly my phone rang. I usually don't answer numbers I don't recognize, but something told me to answer that time. When I picked up when I picked it up, there was a man's voice on the other end of the line. He asked he asked if it was me and was I like, that depends. Who is this? Him. I know this is going to sound really weird, but my ex's name, uh I guess whatever his ex's name is, gave me your number. He said you'd be down for a good time. I asked him 3 or 4 times if he was sure because I honestly thought it was too good to be true, But he swore up and down that you would be cool with it. He said you'd do it for $100. Is that okay? I was stunned. I couldn't believe that asshole had the audacity to give my number out, but I didn't think I was more blown away by the fact that this other asshole actually had the nerve to call me and offer me money to sleep with him. Needless to say, I told the dude on the phone to fuck off and hung up. In a blind rage, I thought about calling my ex and going the fuck off on him. But I know I'm glad we're past the 12-minute mark. But I absolutely know it would be no good, and he would only find enjoyment in seeing me pissed off. So instead, I did the best thing. I brushed it off and told him it wouldn't happen. It happened again. Well, I was wrong. I had another man call me next night. This guy sounded like he was at least 100 years old, and my POSX had apparently dropped the going rate down to $50 this time. Again, I was livid, but instead of doing nothing, I immediately went to petty revenge mode. Now, just so you know, I am fully aware that my actions were immature and possibly even borderline illegal. But you have to understand, I was humiliated and absolutely irate. So I went on to Tinder, created a profile with his ex, with my ex's picture on it. In his bio section, I wrote, "Nice man seeking a woman to spoil and pamper. No strings attached. I've got money to spare and loads of it. If you're looking for help financially, hit me up." Then I ever so kindly added his phone number and link to his Facebook page. Within the matter of hours, I had a whole slew of messages coming into the account. I ignored them, figured they would get the hint and move on to his phone number of Facebook. Well, I guess I wasn't wrong there. I ended up checking back a little while later, and his Facebook account was shut down and his phone number was changed. Did I go too far?
I need to hear all the ladies. That's what I need to hear all the ladies. I want to hear the justifications.
Well, I mean, it you can turn it around and a guy's writing it about a girl. Would it be okay for I mean, I don't think it's any different if a guy does it or a girl does it.
No, there isn't. But listen, I don't know. I attract crazy, so I don't know.
Have you ever had somebody create a Tinder profile about you?
Actually, someone created an OnlyFans for me.
Ooh.
That's a whole nother conversation. We need a whole nother hour for that one.
Did
Um,
she post like pictures you sent her?
no, she didn't have any pictures. So all the pictures were
Ah,
just workout stuff. She tried to
uh,
convince me to send her pictures, but you ain't gonna find my shit floating around.
I know that's right.
Not if I ain't making money off of it.
So
Right?
the only thing that I'm surprised is that she did it for other women as far as it goes to for him to support.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she didn't say,
men.
I'm an older guy looking for a young twink to cater to or whatever as far as that goes. So
Yeah, that would probably be the better move. She said in the comments it said something about, somebody brought it to my attention. I'm just bringing ladies to his door, and so she knew that she should have
missed
altered
opportunity.
it. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's see. What do we got here?
Leanne said, I don't think you went far enough. Should have had his
That's
pic
right.
and his mom's number. Tiffany
I,
said, "It's just
I
done. Move on."
I almost think, you knew you were getting into something when you brought him home from mama's house at 30 something years old. Like
Yeah.
those flags should have been a waving.
She said that she wouldn't give him the time, not worth the effort.
Right. Yeah. Lexi said I don't have energy for all that. And I think that's kind of how I was. I'm more passive aggressive when I get annoyed with somebody. Um, I'm not gonna create a whole page on somebody and spend all that time. I'm I'm
That's
either gonna
like too
vandalize their
much
shit or
time.
move on.
I think that is way too much. Listen, we were talking about seasonal depression earlier. I don't have the energy for that.
Right.
Like I don't. I don't. I don't. This is the reason why I refuse to tell people where I live. Like I don't.
I got your address now.
I know you do.
All
he
right.
tried to. He tried not to give it to me, but then he was forced.
Since that one took a
I
minute,
just
you said you had a couple of them.
I
Why
do.
don't you summarize the next one?
Yeah, that one was a long one. The other one's not. Okay, so this is and this is one we can all relate to because we've all had to deal with it. Hold on one second. Okay. This one's called Scam the Scammer. It says, so for the last 3 weeks, at least 3 times a day, I get a scam call from this dude claiming he installed security software on my computer and there's been a breach, etc. Everybody knows the drill. This guy leaves like 3-minute long voicemails repeating the same 30-second spiel over and over again. It's annoying. So I called the number back a few times, just saying, hey, dude, I know if this is a scam, stop calling. He always sassed me real hard. So I thought, hey, I have an idea. I'll just keep calling back and saying nothing. I could hear him yelling through the phone receiver. Once he hung up, I called right back. All in all, I blew up his phone for over an hour with 44 phone calls. After the last time he called, he was screaming nonsense and said, I'm blocking your number. This is harassment. You will never contact me again. Sounds good to me. No calls today, and usually by 3 p.m., I've got two already. Feels good.
Yeah, that's one that I'm not sure I'd have the time or energy for as far as that goes. I'd just block the number myself from the start.
Okay, so my COVID spare time was spent talking to people I knew that were scammers and messing with them. Like they'd say they were in another country and they don't have access to their bank accounts and their military and all this, whatever the spiel is. And I would like keep them on the hook thinking they were getting money for like 2 weeks. And then I'd get bored and move on to the next.
I used to get all the IRS scammers that
Yeah.
would try and call me, and I happened to be work at the time. I was working at the Washington Navy Yard in downtown DC. So I'd ask them what their office address was, what color the building was. Let them know that hey, I work downtown DC. So just tell me where it's at, and I'll come pay the bill. You just got to. Huh?
Put your hand down your block and put the shadow on your face.
Yeah. But yeah,
So we have a lot of people that are saying I would have blocked them. Um,
Yeah.
Tiffany said, "You know how many times I want to do that, but I'll be like, I got shit to do." I agree.
It was during COVID.
Listen,
We all had nothing to do during COVID. And like I said,
Listen, during
I don't
COVID,
give them time today, but during COVID, it was my pastime to the point where, like, if my phone went off and we were at the dinner table, my kids would look over and somebody would be like, "Hey, gorgeous, how are you doing today?" Uh, and my kids are like, Mom?" And Dad Jimmy would be like, "I know all about it."
listen, during COVID, I used to entertain all the wrong numbers. People used to call me. I used to be like, "Hey, let's figure this out
Right,
together." Like, I
yes.
don't. I was bored. Let's entertain this. Like, let's figure this
Yeah,
out. But
I was starving for attention and anything, so it worked out well, and I figured if they were busy talking to me, they weren't scamming somebody else who would actually be dumb enough to fall for it and give them money.
right,
So
Leanne said it
I was
costs
given
zero
a
dollars to
service.
block. There you go. You see, you're humanitarian. You're a great American. Tiffany said, I do like to pretend I'm an old lady and can't hear them. They eventually get tired and bored of me saying what.
Yes.
Um, I used to, and I saw a video of that, so I started doing that. Whenever I would get those calls, I'd be like, "This is Channel 7 News reporting, blah blah blah," and they would hang up. Um, or I'd pretend I'm a detective. I'm be like, "Well, you just called this house." I saw a video of that. The guy said, "Well, this is a homicide scene, so you're the last person to call. So let me get your information," and they hang up.
I had a
Um,
guy call me, this is before we lived in Texas. I had a guy call me and tell me that I had to give them so much money, or they were getting ready to freeze my account, so I should pull all my money out and give it to them. And that I got caught with all these drugs in Texas, and it was crazy. I was like, "Let me call you back," and so it just it was a whole thing. I was like, "I've never even been to freaking Texas."
Alrighty. Um, Time to pay bills one more time. So we will pay the bills and then we will ask Jody some questions.
Bum bum bum.
So, for all of you who are wanting to start your own business, start your own organization, improve your business, or sell your services to the government, get some of them government contracts, reach out to our friends over at Artias at yesrts.com. These guys are great. They will break everything down Barney style. Keep it simple, stupid, and hold your hand through the entire process. They've helped us build our website. They've helped us set up our shop. They've helped us go through the 501c process. Um, so reach out to these guys. They are great. Once again, that is yesrts.com. Alrighty. Bills
Yeah.
paid for a minute.
All right, Beth, are we doing Ask Jody in
Yes.
Spanish?
Yeah.
Let's get-
Sorry. I need to realize I can't talk to him even though he's sitting right next to me. Okay, so this is our Ask Jody segment. Um, I'm gonna ask you a couple question likes, and I want to hear what Jody's answer is. All right, Jody, why do people start out strong, good morning text, sweet calls, all the effort, and then turn into a daily hey, like they're clocking in?
the short answer is energy, right? They're just, I think that the beginning is always that honeymoon phase, right? It just feels like cheap marketing, right? It's let me pull you in and then just keep you interested with those little breadcrumbs, right? Um, it's all those fake ass promises and all that stuff, right? I call it like treating someone like Wi-Fi, right? With the with Wi-Fi, you can't stop streaming. Then once they feel the connection, they start lagging, they start backing up. A lot of people are like that. I feel that when people say "hey," that is, I think people act like they never made it past kindergarten when they start giving you those little "heys" and shit, like they can't form a
Uh-huh.
sentence. Um, that's the daily check-in. If all you get is "hey," that means that he or she has a roster and they're just going through that whole like "hey, hey, 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 hey."
I
That's
mean,
it.
I think sometimes it's also the if they start out strong with the good morning text, but You don't give them the attention that they're expecting. Uh, Not so much they deserve, but that what they expect. It turns into, hey,
See, I to play devil's advocate to that, I agree. But I think that the adult thing to do is that if you are not sure and you're only getting that energy isn't reciprocated, either have that
right,
conversation because I'm the same way. If I'm not getting that same energy and I'm the one watering the dead plants, again, listen, I tend to respect the dead and I leave them be. Like, like I just fall back and I return that energy and I'll wait until you hate me.
yeah.
But it's just
What about you,
breadcrumbs.
Jimmy?
No comment.
What? Oh no, there's a comment. There's definitely a comment when he says no comment,
No,
and it's
honestly,
usually directed to me.
no, honestly, I just missed it because I was laughing in my head at a comment we missed on the uh, scammer thing as far as that goes. Theo had said start telling them about the pros and cons that you're weighing in on about getting circumcised in your 50s. And that had me laughing for a few minutes. So I kind of missed the Ask Jody one on that one, to be honest.
Listen, Beth, and to last on that question. Listen, again, the hay and all that, there's a difference, right? Sometimes people are just extremely busy and they can say hey, right? But it costs nothing and it really takes nothing out of you to communicate that. Like, hey,
Absolutely.
things are busy. I have a busy day ahead of me. I just wanted to say, hey, good morning, something. But if you get hay and then the next day it's hay, 2 days later it's
Yeah,
hay, like, no, we're good.
I agree on that wholeheartedly. All right, so the next, so
Good.
I'm looking around like you're supposed to say something. All right, next Jody question. Jody, why do people cheat and then say, I'll change when they get caught? Well, because they got caught. But go ahead.
That is absolutely correct, right? Like they weren't going to change before they got caught. They were doing it, right? Um, this goes back to the wanting your cake and eat it too, right? They don't want to lose the meal, but they still want that side dish, right? Getting caught forces them to kind of go into that little diet plan,
Uh
right?
huh.
Where, okay, I'm going to cut off that side dish, right? I swear I'll block them. I won't talk to them again. No, I think that that's just bullshit. I think that what happens is if you give them that chance, now they know their limitation, they know their mistake, and they know how not to get
Right.
caught the next time.
Yeah. And
Now,
uh,
I'm not saying people can't change. I'm just saying.
yeah, there's got to be a lot of action behind it. And finding out like what was the root cause? What made you start thinking you weren't getting what you needed here, or that you couldn't talk to me about what you're getting here? If those real conversations don't happen, then I don't believe somebody can change. Um,
Right. There has to be action, right? Like for instance, if let's say let's say I Beth, why are you calling me
I
Beth?
just butt dialed you.
so it's like if you caught me cheating and I tell you, listen, I'm a change, but there is no action, right? Like I'm not showing you, right? And it doesn't mean that I have to cut off social media, I have to be extreme. No, it's communicating that and working towards something. There has to be action, right? It has to match what you're saying. But if you fall for that dumb line, like, no, baby, I'm sorry, I'll change. I swear to God,
Yeah,
I'll block her.
if you don't require somebody to put in the action and all they have to do is put in words, that's all you're going to get is lip service. And
Hmm?
as soon as they get another chance, they're going to go right back out again.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you as a man, I can't speak for ladies, but I know it works both ways. But as a man, we are lazy. Listen, we will do here,
Right. If
and
that's
when
all
you
I
cheat us,
require from you.
right. And if you catch me cheating on something, like you find something out, I'm gonna admit to that. I'm not gonna tell you
About the
everything
five
else,
girls
right? Like,
before that.
That's what if a guy's gonna cheat, that's how he's gonna
Yep.
be. He's gonna act like he's being interrogated by the police. I'm gonna admit to what you know, but I'm not doing your homework for you.
Right. No, absolutely.
So if you give in to that, that's your dumbass.
All right, let's see what a couple people had to say about that one.
Lexi said if they wanted to change, they wouldn't wait till they got caught to fess up. I agree.
Mhm.
If they wanted to change, they would have never done it in the first place. So there'd be nothing to confess
Right.
to, right? Like, listen, if you don't want to be with somebody, just walk away. Um, Lance replying to Lexi, me too. Theo said my side chick got mad at me cheating on her with my other side chick. The audacity. Leanne said it's hard to build words alone. Don't cut it. Tisha said actions, not words. Lexi said y'all better than me. I can't continue if they cheat. Tiffany said, as a bartender, I see so much people are just messy. I mean, yeah. Um,
Oh yeah, bartenders I'm sure see it all. You see them with their wife one day, and then the next day you see them with their side chick.
Theo said if they loved you, she wouldn't catch you cheating. Tiffany said I match energy. Danielle said the same thing. I match energy. That's when you tell them, hey, it's for horses and cows like you. I listen, that
I
part
mean, if
right
I
there.
was going to be all, I have 20 years in my marriage. If Jimmy cheated on me, like if he just had sex with somebody, like a hook one night stand hookup, I'm not saying I would completely forgive because he knows I'll never forget that shit, and he'll live with it for the rest of his life. So he really needs to be the one to make a choice whether he wants to be with me because I will torture him.
Listen, if there's one thing I
But
learned,
I'll be more forgiving if it's just sex than versus an emotional relationship.
I will say this. There's one thing I learned as a kid from my mom, from my sisters, from marriage, from everything. When a woman asks you a question, listen, she done did her research, she done got the answer, she done sought out second opinions, she done already interrogated the family, she done found bin Laden, came back, interrogated other people. So she's asking you questions she already knows the answer
She
to.
already knows the answer.
Yep.
Absolutely. What about you, Jimmy?
You keep catching me when I'm trying to read comments that we missed. So, um,
Invite him to talk, and now he gets mad that he's talking. You can't win with this man.
yeah, we got to work on this timing. Uh, Going back when at one point Theo had said he fell off because he's a slut and he needed some of that new.
Oh my gosh.
Then Becca said, "Got to keep the streaks up."
What did Lexi
Uh,
say? I'm the type to worry about being.
where?
Theo said Solomon had 1,000 women. I'd be stupid to only have one.
Yeah, I don't know where in anybody's dream having like 12 virgins is something you strive for.
Listen, I don't know how do you have a roster? How does this happen? How do you have that much time in a day to
Right.
like that's too much. Like my kid consumes 80% of my day. So like I have time for like one conversation. And even that sometimes is too much.
These are all reasons I'm glad I'm married happily.
I guess happily married.
Lexi said, "I'm the type to worry I'm being annoying, so I wait to be spoken to." I missed it come through. Angela Hall Cook came in and said, "Hey guys,"
Hi, Angela.
and Tia said it's hard hard to text good morning when he's got another woman in bed with him.
Oh goodness. All right, we got one more Jody question.
Oh, okay.
It's it says, Jody, can long distance relationships really work?
Bum, bum, bum. Absolutely. Um, I used to think when I was younger they couldn't, but that's because when I was younger, you needed everything like right there, readily available, right? Like fast food. Um,
Yeah.
I think it can work if you're both adults, right? But if you need like constant validation, constant babysitting, right? Like we have to FaceTime every moment, every minute. We have to like sign in blood and do all that shit. That's not a long distance relationship. That's basically surveillance. And a whole nother level. Long distance relationships, they work if again you're both adults and communicate.
Yeah,
Anything other than that, like and you have to communicate and be real. Because the problem with long distance relationships, it's a mental game, right? It's
yeah,
like
you're gonna put a lot more work into a long
it's
distance relationship.
it's like for everyone that's been deployed, it's that mind game that fucks with you, right? Like, all right, I have a few minutes. I wonder what the hell she's doing back home, right?
Mhm. You
Like
can't be you have to not be so jealous. Like people have, that are extremely jealous, I think have a very hard time doing long distance relationships because you never know what they're doing, you never know who they're with, or if you have trust issues. I think that makes it very hard. So those things could definitely complicate it, but it definitely can work. I kind of am like you, Lex. When I was younger, I didn't believe in long distance relationships. My dad was, always on deployments. So my mom was kind of a single mom. And they both cheated. So I didn't think people were faithful. I honestly didn't believe people were faithful. And it wasn't until, like I started getting into relationships and after letting somebody cheat on me, because quite frankly, I ended up letting it happen because I kept forgiving. Um, but I had to learn that, that is not how relationships work and I have to set boundaries.
I think that you need trust and to have an actual plan, right? Because you can vibe with someone that lives 800 miles away, but if there's no real timeline to be together, like
Right.
that's not gonna work. As I got older, I recognized, like, listen, I could date someone that lives states away, and I don't have to see them every day because I have a life, they have a life. So if I see them one weekend a month or two weekends a month, I'm
But you've
okay
got
with
to
that.
do that though. You've got to make that attempt to actually like connect. Like
Right? You have to
just
have a
long
plan.
distance. I have a hard time like believing people fall in love madly in love in 2 weeks online. That to me makes me chuckle a little.
I think because everyone's craving a connection, right? I agree with
Yeah.
that, but I think everyone's craving a connection. So when you meet someone, again, it's the honeymoon phase. You meet someone, and typically the people you vibe with the most live the furthest away, right? Your biggest supporters and all that stuff, people you connect with, live furthest away. You can vibe with somebody, and I think that that's a good thing because long distance allows you to get to know each other without ruining it. Um,
Mhm.
but again, you have to have a plan. If there's no
And
plan,
I had a friend who is in a relationship, online relationship, and we were talking about it, and I expressed I think it's kind of silly. I can't imagine falling in love with somebody so quickly. And he's like, "Well, it does happen because you're talking every day, you're sharing every day. Where if we're in the same town, we'll go out, we'll slowly get to know each other. Where I feel like when you're or the way they explain it, when they do online, it's more of like a fast track of finding out all these people's deep dark secrets within 2 weeks."
So
isn't that marriage? You find everyone's deepest, darkest secrets, and when
Right?
you divorce, you exploit
Jimmy,
them.
it took Jimmy a lot longer than 2 weeks.
so
I'm
look
a Volt, baby, a Volt.
so looking at the question as far as long distance relationships, not considering marriage and deployments and stuff like that, as far as stuff in the military goes, when it comes to people just especially nowadays, it seems like you hear and or see it more often when it comes to people connecting through social media or whatever, and then all of a sudden, wanting to be in a relationship with someone that's across the country or farther,
In another
it,
country.
in another country, as far as it goes. I've never understood it. I okay, yeah, you can talk or whatever as far as it goes, but I wouldn't say that I was in a relationship until they're coming to me or I'm going to them, and then maybe work something out as far as that goes. I don't see getting into a relationship with someone through long distance in that manner if you've never actually met them in person. It's just always dumbfounded me, but that's me.
You know,
Lex, you
I'm,
want to catch us? You want to
yeah,
catch us up on all these comments real quick, and then we'll break our next commercial and move into bad
Oh
advice.
yeah, we're gonna do bad
yes.
advice.
Listen, I'm always afraid that online I'm gonna get catfished. I swear to God.
Yeah.
If they live somewhere else and they're like, hey, and then their English is more broken than my mom trying to speak English. No, no.
Right?
Thanks. No, no. Nice try, ISIS.
You should join that group. Are we dating the same person? Then you'll find out.
Oh, that shit's hilarious. Angela said, oh, hold on, let me go lower. Danielle said you have to keep it 100 and you both have to be patient with each other. I
Yeah.
agree. Theo said, um, well, Theo replying to Lexi, neither can we, but us men usually lie until we get what we want.
Yes.
Listen, not all men do that, right? Some of us are just as tired of the bullshit. Lexi said, I love the thought of long distance makes communication key. I agree.
Tisha said that she thinks it can work as long as both are on the same page.
Yeah.
Yep. Angela said long distance can work if you put in the work, make time to see each other, communicate openly. Jeff said long distance can take the garbage out and make you actually learn more about them and have those deep conversations. I agree.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's what my friend was saying is you get real deep with people
because
quickly.
if the person's there, listen, things can get hot and heavy and you skip steps, right? And now you end up living together and don't know shit about each other. It ain't gonna work.
Right.
I
Tiffany
had
said,
I had to laugh a little bit. Theo said that memes do most of the heavy lifting in long distance relationships.
there you go. Tiffany said, trust for sure. I don't think they work. Lorianne said, it stinks. Tiffany said, I just don't think people are the way they used to be. I
Yeah.
think I think it's a combination, right? I think people are exactly who they are, just like it used to be, except a lot more have access to social media.
Yeah, and a
Um,
lot of things are instantaneous on social
mhm,
media, like instant gratification. And we've kind of like conditioned ourselves to be that way.
yeah,
And it you can see it all over, but and especially in relationships.
yeah. Lexi said, I do it, but we would eventually have to live by each other. No, again,
Yeah.
listen, I don't know why people skip steps. You go through the talking phase, then you make a plan to go on a date, and then you go on more dates to see if you're compatible. And then once you're together at some point, yeah, the end goal is to live together, but that doesn't have to happen immediately.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
Theo said, listen, I'm too old to want to change and get in a relationship. I have long distance acquaintances so that we can get some drinks when I'm in town. Tiffany said, saying in today's world is not for the, yeah, is not for the weak. She meant dating. Uh, Lexi, yeah, exclusivity happens after visits and talks of someone moving. Tiffany said, no one is real anymore. Theo said, if I show up and she don't look like her pick, we gonna figure it out. Catfish gonna get fried. Oh, that is all of that.
Okay, so what do we got for bad news or bad advice?
One second.
All right.
Trying to give
I'll I'll I'll,
our
I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Charlotte here from New Jersey. I do everything I can to keep my apartment clean, but the neighbor next door is filthy and roaches keep showing up in my spot. What should I do?
Oh, huh. Let me
This is
think.
bad. This is bad advice.
Jimmy, you got anything for
I got to reread it. I
dirty
was
neighbors?
So I do because I grew up like this in Brooklyn. My mom is OCD about cleaning, but in apartments in Brooklyn, if your neighbors are dirty, those roaches are coming back. Um, and you'll see them at night when you turn that light on. What I would suggest, because this is the reason why I was traumatized and I don't eat beans, um, is I'm serious. Beans remind me of roaches, so that's why.
Ah, okay. I was like, what happened to the beans?
So
What?
that would be my bad advice. I would bake that neighbor some beans, but there would be roaches, um, and just here you
Give them
go.
back in a different form,
That's right. I'd
in an edible form.
give him some baked roaches.
I was wondering if you could like drill holes and then put bombs, and then like just bomb their house when they're not there.
Listen, none of that stuff works. When you bomb your apartment, what happens is they just move to the next apartment.
And then kill them.
No, they move to the next apartment. That's why we have to bomb it to
They
move them
pack
back.
their bags and move on.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah.
um
At least they're not mice. Mice would freak me out.
yeah.
Lexi said, "Kill it with fire." Theo said, "If I show up and she," oh, that was the same one. Tiffany said, "Move." Angela said, "Hit him." Fucking Angela with the hit him with your car. Listen, Angela, that girl has more vehicular manslaughters under her
I was
belt.
getting ready to say, I wonder what her rap sheet looks like.
I'm telling you. Danielle said, "Get renter's insurance and then light their apartment on fire and let yours burn too." Leanne
I think
said,
we're going to start assigning viewers nicknames, and Angela Hall's cook nickname from now on is just going to be Road Rage.
"There
Road
you go."
rage.
Leanne said that I ruined beans for her. You're welcome for my service. Um, Theo said Charlotte should get rats because they are the natural competitors to roaches, either rats or ants. I would say spiders, but roaches and ants team up to fight spiders. That sounds
Oh,
like a man who knows what he's talking about.
yeah.
Cheers, Theo. You grew up in the hood like me. Tisha said nothing works with roaches. I had a filthy neighbor in Missouri. It freaked me out. I moved. They just don't die. No, they don't.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Roaches and mice or rats. I'm not so afraid of mice, but I'm afraid of rats.
That's when you live in the city. That's how it is.
I know. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
All right, I think we got time for. Actually, I don't even know if we got time to redeem our souls this time. Um, I guess I'll give a last commercial and just cut a couple of them in together, and then we will have to say goodnight.
Oh, it went by quick.
Um, so once again, for all you coffee drinkers out there, we'll throw this one back out there for you. Check out Ariel Resupply Coffee. These guys are great. You can scan a QR code there. It'll take you to their website. They've got multiple forms of coffee. As far as that goes, they are a veteran-owned business. Um, they've got some great coffees, great teas. They even got some really cool gear as far as apparel and stuff goes. Um, all based kind of around the military, obviously, as far as that goes.
Yes.
Check them out. Aerial Resupply Coffee. Scan a QR code or head over to aerialresupplycoffee.com. If you use the promo code Smokin N Jokin 365 exclamation point, it will get you 20% off and it will help support the show.
Yes.
Uh,
Please do. We're hoping to make them one of our sponsors, but we got to prove ourselves a little. So we need all your guys' help to make that happen.
For those of you who enjoy our particular brand of humor, join us on Crown Eater's Wife 1775 on Facebook. We believe in healing through laughter, so your military humor, your dark, your inappropriate, your explicit is what you're going to find. We're going to try and put a smile on your face, keep you from going to those dark places, um, and keep you from becoming part of the 22. If you want to check out some of our gear, like you're seeing on the screen here, scan the QR code. It'll take you to our shop, cw1775.org. We've got some cool T-shirts. We've got some cool hats. We've got some cool hoodies, and some more gear coming soon. CW1775.org. Sorry, I almost said com. For those of you looking to uh, spark some conversations about uh, mental health issues and PTSD, head over to Etsy. Check out Mental Warrior 22. Lex's Broke Bestie has designed a lot of cool gear, and
We
well,
have to get that competition going.
we'll give
One
Lex some
day.
credit too. He is working on his doctor, so he probably had a little bit of input. But really, it was his Broke Bestie. Love you, Lex. Check them out over on Etsy, Mental Warrior 22. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about
Oh,
it.
and we are looking to move to Spotify and Apple iTunes and whatnot. Some of that stuff costs money, so we would greatly appreciate if you guys would head over to Vets365. That's VETS365.org. Click on the green donate button. There's a drop down menu where you can select what you would like your donation to go to. Click on the Smokin N Jokin show. Donate some money to Vets365. Help support the show. We can finish off getting the last little bit of gear we need and get these subscriptions going and put the word out for more people.
Yeah.
Show us some love, people. We love you guys.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We had a great time and look forward to seeing you guys next week.
All right, guys. Bye. Love
Love you guys.
you.
Good night.